morning, guys. Today I have something to share with you that is very profound for once. So if you know me, I'm a person who meditates a lot. I'm a big advocate for it, and it has basically changed my life, right? To say the least. So I've been meditating well over 2 years, and I started about 3 years ago. But especially the last 6 months, I would say, well, more like 5 months, I tightened the screw and upped the time. So instead of 5 to 10 minutes in the morning, I started to do it 15 to 20 minutes. Just part of my routine. I go to the gym, come back, shower, and I meditate. Empty stomach, because that's when it's best. I'm making this video specifically today though, because just this morning I had a very joyful experience to a degree that I haven't really felt before. So I feel really enthusiastic, feel excited to make it and share it, okay? So I'll do my best to share this feeling, but I believe I'll only be understood by people who have already meditated, especially people who meditate at least past 10-12 minutes, all right? So if you know this common feeling you get a lot of times when you meditate, especially past 10-12-15 minutes, is you feel like a rock. You feel like your body's very, very still. As if the way your hands are folding, whatever position you're sitting in, I do it on the chair, it feels like everything's exactly like the best place they should be, or they could be, to be comfortable, right? You almost don't want to move any part of your body because it'll break out of that shell you created by sitting still for that much time. So this is something I feel normally here and there, but this morning my audio track had ended, okay? And everything was completely silent, and I just transitioned to normally completing my meditation without the binaural beats. And I had this feeling that was, it's a little hard to explain obviously, but it was as if all the sayings that we read in the books, like here, power of now, live in the moment, it's exactly that. That's all I could say, but it was just felt in a very profound and deep way. I just feel almost like a ringing to it, with the breath and the whole feeling of existing at that time. I was just looking at my room and I was just realizing all at once that this is my habitat, this is my existence, I'm here now. It's almost as if like I couldn't think about anything before. I didn't think about anything before, like it didn't exist at all. When you're normally meditating, you're not thinking of the past, but I'm just saying it felt like it was like nothing there, like it's just blank. As if somebody from that time was supposed to, was to utter things about my life from the past, I would just think that they're talking about some other person's life. That's where I'll end about that. And I felt so much joy from this feeling, like my body's completely asleep, yet the consciousness, if you will, the concentration, the awareness inside burns so purely. I was getting joy from it. I was almost tearing up, to be honest. And looking back, I should have actually just let myself cry. But I just, I got so overwhelmed by joy. I got out of it, and I was just like, wow, what the, like, hey, hence, that's why I'm here today. Anyways, guys, it was amazing, okay? It was really, I believe it's because I'm getting a little better at, sticking to the meditation. That means like more of the time that I'm spending in meditation, I'm actually in the meditation, not anything in the blank. Because sometimes you are not thinking, but you're also not deeply in the meditation. You know what I mean? In the beginning, you just want to be in the middle somewhere, like not deeply in the meditation is the same thing as not thinking. But after a while, completely being with the breath allows you to maybe reach these kind of feelings. I believe it's very beautiful. I would invite people to really give it a try. But let's backtrack. I haven't made a meditation video for a while. I started meditating about, like I said, 3 years ago, on and off. The main reason I started was because of social anxiety. After I came to America for college, out of nowhere, I developed this weird, sensations. Whenever I went outside, I couldn't talk to people, and it got pretty bad. Where I had to, I made a video about this I think a while ago. Where if people were coming that I kind of knew and I might have to strike up a conversation, I would completely change my route. I would go the another way, and it was one of the reasons I stopped going to the cafeteria to eat, because I didn't want to talk to people or sit with anybody. I just started cooking by myself and learning to do all that so I could be alone. So, long story short with that, I started meditation, and it was the only thing that helped. It's actually also the reason I stopped taking the medication from my psychiatrist, who gave me this pill called, forgot the name, but it wasn't helping. It was just kind of, I don't know whatever it was. It was a benzo. I knew it was a benzo. So I stopped taking that, and meditation helped, and over time, my social anxiety went down. About a year it took, slowly. But then I kept meditating here and there, because I realized that every time I didn't meditate for too long, other parts of my life would start to kind of fall apart, right? Just being a person who's like more on the sporadic side, if you will, like coffee, like coffee makes me go crazy. I'm kind of restless. My legs are always moving. I get agitated easily. You know what I mean? Like, there's a word for this, like just stimulant driven, if you will. Just very sporadic. I'm not like heavy sleeper. I have insomnia sometimes if I don't exercise well, things like that. Being that kind of person, like meditation has a dramatic positive effect. Like it grounds you so much more. In my experience, I feel like, maybe other people who are already a little bit more grounded and stable as a person may not feel as dramatic of an effect, but everybody will feel a positive effect. Don't get me wrong. I love this shit. All right, so that's how I started, and then I started to keep meditating over time, and the other benefits started to really sink in. And one of the biggest ones was concentration. Concentration is one of the hardest things I had throughout my whole life. I did bad in school, high school, middle school, all of those. I did okay in college because of all the self-development things I went in, and probably, but whatever it is, my concentration level when I'm consistent with meditation is off the roof. It can't even compare to normal days if I'm not meditating. I can focus on tasks for a longer amount of time with more concentration. There's no other way to put it. For more focus. Something comes up. I'm doing a task, something comes up that's like a problem, and usually if like something is going at a certain pace and then something comes up within that's harder, I feel like, I feel stressed out, kind of like agitated, or I want to go eat some food or something like that. But when I'm meditating consistently, I see all these feelings, the same things. I'm still the same person, but I just see them come more smoothly. Instead of just coming and taking over my head like a thought or going away somewhere, it's almost like a knock on the door. I feel that emotion come, then I realize, okay, point taken, I gotta get up, go stretch out, drink some water, stretch, breathe. It's almost as if like it helps me tame the animal in me, the animal that is in all of us, right? The primitive side, the side that doesn't really want to sit down and do all these things sometimes. It helps make it be in line with the mind. Okay, that's what I mean when I say concentration. And the biggest of all benefit is self-awareness. Guys, this is like crazy. Like the amount of self-awareness you have when you're consistent with meditation is non-existent when you're not meditating. I never felt anything like this before I started meditating. Like I can completely feel things to a different level. Let's start with outside. Okay, alcohol. One of the main reasons I let go of alcohol completely, I could have a drink or two and go out. It's fine. It doesn't affect me that bad. But one of the main reasons I let it go completely is because the next day I can feel even 2 or 3 drinks in my body. I can feel the toxic effect of alcohol in my cognition, if you will, the thought process. It's a little foggy, and I don't like it. And I can tell my body doesn't like it. I'm very sensitive and self-aware, and I feel that. It takes me a few days to eat right, rehydrate, and start meditating again to get back to myself, the self that I am right now. This right now is powerful. I can go have a conversation with anybody that I would fear before. Not that I would like be able to counter them and fight them, or I'm a better talker. I'm just very comfortable in what I am. I know what I am, what I went through, what I have to share. And if they say something that doesn't in line, I can easily show them something else, which I think is important, if you will. You're just very comfortable in your skin. Going back to self-awareness. This goes to food. And food is even more sensitive, like even more than alcohol, food I can tell even better. Unless like alcohol you drink like a lot, then you obviously can tell the next day that you're fucked up. But when I'm eating, rarely I get caught up where I have to just eat some outside food. Let's say I went out, or I'm with my girlfriend somewhere where I didn't cook food or something. I eat like let's say a burger from Ages or whatever, and since I ate a burger, obviously I'm gonna go have a dessert because that's how I bundle that thing. And right after I get in my car, I feel whatever they put, I feel it so clearly. I think about a goal and it feels like it just dies. I swear to God, this is what it feels like. I feel like my life's goals, and it feels like the power is less. I feel foggy in my head. I feel like I can't look straight. Sometimes almost right after eating, when I'm driving, it feels like I can't even see in perfect shape. Super sensitive. Almost to a point, other people might call it weak. Oh, you're a pussy, you can't eat this and that. Yeah, maybe I am a bit, man. Been so sensitive, so self-aware, I just can't take any bullshit. If thoughts are the main things that drive us, as you know the greats say, thoughts are what drive us. If you're doing something, you have a goal at something, if you can consistently think about it and keep at it, you're eventually going to get there. And if you have other thoughts coming in that drive you off your track, then you're going to be going off your track. It's going to be harder for you to come back, right? Having that said, in that line of thought, meditation is the practice of unthought. You're focusing on your breath. If a thought comes, you go with it and let it go. You're teaching yourself every day to be thoughtless. This is a superpower. Self-awareness. The translation of the world around us, how we perceive it through our senses, is the definition of awareness. When you're completely asleep, you have no idea where you are, what dimension you are even in, until you wake up. So awareness is the key to existence. And meditation is the practice of being more self-aware. If there is one thing I would like you guys to take away from this channel, just one tip of success in life, this is it. See you guys next time. Peace.